Hey everybody, don't forget to like and subscribe to this YouTube channel. I'm Kelvin Fisher, and I'm here with a very special guest, Doug Williams. We are at his house this time filming. As you know, we have filmed a video of the MLB list and stuff like that at my house, and we are here at his. I don't know, it's wrong with my voice. Well, thanks for coming on. As you know,
I'm pleased to be here.
Yes, as you know, Kansas is taking on UNC, the Tar Heels, tomorrow night. Around 8, I think about 8:45?
Something like that, yeah.
Something around 8 something. And you know that I haven't checked 10 a.m. I probably should have. As you know, Kansas, a great team, beat Villanova. Villanova shortened the game towards the end, but Kansas ended up scoring more points, outscoring them at the end of the game, and they ended up taking it home and winning. As you know, though, Villanova did have one of their top 3 scorers out, so that did make a big difference on how the game was played. So I think that's one of the reasons why they won. Watching that game and seeing how both teams played. Did you watch that game?
Pardon me?
Did you watch that game?
I did. I watched the game. I thought it was a great game. I thought Kansas played really well. They shot the lights out, and I think they hit 54%, which is just unreal. So I think they're going to be awfully hard to beat if they can keep that up. I just don't know how they can continue to shoot that well, but they've got so many good weapons, don't you think?
So remember in the Elite Eight how how Duke played so good, and everybody's saying if they play that way, they'll win the championship. Well, that's where we are right now. That everybody's saying that about Kansas, but which means if that happens, the same thing that happened with Duke, they're going to lose.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, I just think Kansas is just a little stronger than UNC. That was a great game, UNC and Duke. It was a great game, really good. And I was actually thinking to go down to the wire. I picked Duke, but I just think Kansas will probably win it tomorrow night.
We'll go and we'll hear more about his pick and why more toward the end of the video. So let's go in here and look at Kansas's lineup.
Okay.
Looking at them, you have their tallest player is, I think they actually have a tie for the tallest player, 6'10".
6'10".
2 players are 6'10". That is a big difference. Which one of them is David McCormack, and the other one at 6'10" is Zach Clemency. Both players very good. Forward for Zach is a forward, and look at that. So is David. He's also a forward. I think that it's definitely going to be a very good game on what we're going to see here. And believe it or not, only 3 sophomores are on their roster. That is not very many. There's seniors, they have freshmen, seniors, and only a few juniors actually. I've only seen like 2. I think they only have like 2 juniors.
Yeah.
But I want to talk about Mitch Lightfoot for a minute. He is a very good player, especially down low in the paint. But UNC's also got some pretty good players down low in the paint, which it's definitely going to be a lot of high scoring down low in the paint, I think, and mostly in the championship, definitely.
I agree with you. I agree. Mitch Lightfoot, once in a while, he has a heavy hand. Get it? But Mitch Lightfoot, I think, is really good. I mean, a lot of these guys, they may be 6'8", 6'9", 6'10", but they can shoot from outside as well as take the ball underneath and make some great moves.
Which also we've seen other players from different teams that are short that are able to hit, which both teams have the players that are short that are able to hit further out, like how Wisconsin did with Johnny Davis, which he's actually entering the draft this year. Fun to see which team he'll go to, being Wisconsin Badger. So Kansas overall, they're 33-6 this year overall. 14-4, Big 12, first in Big 12 standing wise. And I think, they're the only number 1 seed to be that made it to the Final Four. They're the only number 1 seed. Duke was the number 1 seed because it was Arizona, which they lost in the Sweet 16. So did Gonzaga, and then Baylor lost in the second round, right? Well, it wasn't in the second round. They lost to UNC actually.
Yes.
To UNC, which it was very good. But another game I liked was the Michigan State game against Duke. That was good to see both of them. Bye-bye, Coach K. Met your, was it 6 or 7 championships?
Oh, that's a good question. One or the other, 6 or 7.
Mm-hmm.
North Carolina has had some really good games. The last several games, they played really, really well. They've come on strong. So you can't count them out, I guess, because they've had the momentum going. So they're on a roll, but I still think Kansas will beat them. But anyway, to the North Carolina.
To North Carolina roster.
Yeah.
29-9, not as good as we saw Kansas. 15-5 in the ACC play, second in the standings. So they've got a 6'11" player, 6'11", Dawson Garcia from Pure Lake, Minnesota, and believe it.
Armando Bacot, he's 6'10".
Armando Bacot. He's got a lot of hair, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Got the crazy hair.
And he actually got thrown out against Baylor. Did you see that? He actually got thrown out against Baylor.
Oh, is that right?
Which, that's when Baylor came down for 24 points. Which we've also seen Wisconsin do that this year. Which I'm sure they give Wisconsin a compliment to what they've been through this year. They're losing Brad Davidson.
If Caleb Love gets hot, he can shoot the lights out. And if he does get hot, they'll start yelling "Love Connection." All we need is love by the Beatles. They'll be singing that. All we need is love. Caleb Love, he can shoot the lights out when he gets hot. Look out.
And he's not the tallest player coming in at 6'4", but he's also not the shortest. Do you know who takes the shortest? 6 foot R.J. Davis.
Yeah.
Very good.
Like Remy Martin for the Kansas. He's only 6 feet.
He's 6 foot, 175 from New York. You know what's pretty cool about when you look at the rosters and stuff like that. The teams always have different players from different states. Like here we have Virginia, North Carolina.
Yeah.
We have Arizona. We have New York, North Carolina, Minnesota, Virginia, Pennsylvania, North Carolina, Missouri, Oklahoma, Florida, North Carolina. Will Shaver, for some reason, doesn't even have anything except he's a freshman and a forward. North Carolina, Minnesota, and Richmond, Virginia. So, that's definitely very different. And believe it or not, one of the Kansas players is actually from North Carolina, playing against his home state team.
Interesting, yeah.
I don't know if he grew up maybe a North Carolina or Duke fan, but North Carolina was pretty good back then. And they are now. Look at them in the championship.
Yeah.
Who would have thunk it?
No kidding. No kidding.
Now, the moment you've all been waiting for. The picks. You already said yours, so you go ahead and go first on picks.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Kansas. I'm going to pick them by 7.
7? That's a very, very good. And why do you pick Kansas? Because, as you know, UNC is a very good team. They're that Cinderella team.
And UNC's on a roll. I agree. But I think just Kansas has so many weapons, both all over the place, really, underneath, outside. If they're hot again, I just think they're tough to beat. They pass the ball well. They can put up a lot of points, and I think it'll be tough to beat.
It will be tough to beat, but also UNC's got some very, very good players like Bacot. Bacot, 6'10", 240, a junior forward from Richmond, Virginia. That's going to be very, very hard.
Yeah.
That's going to be very, very hard to stop. But
oh, yeah.
So is Lightfoot, because he's got the very light feet, so he's very, very fast.
Yeah. Light foot, sometimes a heavy hand, but light foot. Yeah.
And, Bacot, that big guy from UNC, 240. And it's all pure muscle going up strong.
It'll be a good matchup between Bacot and McCormick.
McCormick, yes.
I think it'll be interesting.
Yes. Which actually, I think for UNC is only 2 players here on the roster injured, which is Darson Garcia and Anthony Harris. Which the bad thing for them is that Garcia's hurt is that he's 6'11", which that could really help him, I think.
Yeah. Having
a 6'11" person on a team. I know they've got 2 6'10" people, but 6'11", and we saw over there how they had 6'2", 6'3" players. That's a big difference, especially in basketball. So you better hope those small guys can shoot and make it for your team. All right, the moment y'all are waiting for my pick.
Yes.
Because they already heard yours, so they weren't waiting for your pick.
That's right.
After they already heard him, my pick. Yes, I am wearing the UNC North Carolina sweatshirt. Kansas is my favorite Big 12 team.
Aha.
It was hard for me to put on a sweatshirt, but at the exact same time, it was easy So whoever wins, you could be seeing a new shirt of either one of those teams. You will probably see a new shirt on the YouTube channel of the new teams. Or the two teams, not new teams, they're not new. 'Cause, people are saying they wanted teams who haven't won the championship in it before.
Yeah.
Which, that's what they're rooting for St. Peter's. But guess what? That's what we're talking about right now. We're talking about two teams that have won it before. Two teams that have won it recently.
Yeah.
Two good teams. Two great basketball schools.
I agree. I think if I'm thinking about the best 7 or 8 best college teams in my lifetime in basketball, one's got to be Kansas.
Mm-hmm.
One's got to be North Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
One's got to be Duke.
Mm-hmm.
Another one's got to be UCLA.
Oh, yeah.
And another one's got to be Kentucky.
Kentucky, that's what I was going to say.
So, for Kansas and UNC to be in the finals, it's
Which
they're no slouches.
they faced off before in the champion.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know the championship. They faced off in the Final Four before.
Yeah.
In about, I think, 94.
Mm-hmm.
In 94, they faced off them. He won that game. I was not alive. But, Duke is probably the number. Duke has won a lot in my lifetime.
Mm-hmm.
I can't say UCLA because they haven't really won anything that much.
Not-
they did very good last year.
Not in your lifetime. In mine, they did. But
Gonzaga's, I think, one that's up there.
yeah, Gonzaga's been strong.
All right, I'm going Kansas overtime by 2.
Oh my God! Overtime.
Overtime by 2.
Oh wow! I can't wait. I hope that's true. I want to see an overtime.
I would love to see an overtime because you know what that means.
What's that mean?
I get to, we get to stay up a lot later. But of course, I get to stay up a lot later anyways because I am on spring break. So we're expecting a lot more videos coming out.
Yeah.
And hopefully I'll be able to put out another video with you maybe tomorrow or something like that. Because as you know, we will on Tuesday, if we have the chance, we'll probably be checking out Champion Sport Cards. So maybe we'll be able to do a video on that. And by the way, anything that I've talked about with Champion Sport Cards, they are not being sponsored. They're not sponsored this video or any other videos.
That's right.
Just clear up. All right, everybody. I am Kellen Fisher. Don't forget to like and subscribe to this YouTube channel. See you all next time. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram, Kellen Sports. It has a picture of me, Georgia Tech, Wisconsin basketball game. Right, Georgia Tech.